all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
Spookhead!
I'm Roadkill!
Hi, Lieutenant.
Welcome to today's episode of Tequila and Guns. Today we're going to be looking at TEREMANA tequila. I don't know where it's spilt. And didn't even realize this until I spun the bottle around, but this is a Dwayne Rockin' the Cock Johnson product. So, kind of surprised with his ego that there wasn't a picture of him on there. Yes. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. It's been nice. Just kidding. Okay. First we start with some tequila. And then we finish with some tequila. And then we're zing-zanging it, Jeremy. Yeah, it's Tequila and Revolver Day. And 45s. Just in case my buddy Tom is watching. He seemed almost offended that I had somehow gone away from 1911s chambered in 45. I have more 1911s chambered in 10 millimeter than I do 45. The OG is up on deck there though. Okay. It smells like a margarita. Instinct. Wonder if I was supposed to mix this or something. So we got like an hour and a half to kill. Just kidding, I really don't have an hour and a half. I've been busy getting shit done again today. And Christine also works 1 hour less, so kitchen bitch schedule must supersede brew review. Wow, that was fast. Okay, right off the bat, I want to say thanks to somebody, I don't know who. I thought maybe it was Wade, but Wade's like, no, I did not recommend rivets. I distinctly said Chicago screws, which I believe are these, because I have been wanting to order some. I have Scott's mag pouch that was with the SIG sea carry, which Tom is another 1911 that I carry routinely in 45 ACP, but it's kind of a barbecue gun, and you've already seen it. Kind of a barbecue gun because I would not be able to. I would have to hunt down the entire police department if I was in a righteous shoot and they tried to keep the gun. There would be fucking holy hell to pay. But I've heard horror stories, so I don't carry it much. I'll barbecue gun it and carry it on like Saturday errands and stuff, and I don't know. But I'm assuming that this is what Wade is talking about, these where the back pokes through and it's got the female part of it and the male part of it. Yeah, that would be more forgiving for changing my mind, especially right now. I do need to get some of those. But I apologize for not having a mystery unboxing. Lily sent stuff for Christine for both her birthday, which is Saturday, and Mother's Day, which is Sunday. And a package showed up at like middle of the afternoon yesterday, and I said, I go, the package is here. She goes, well, there's supposed to be two. And when Christine got home, she opened up the one and did a video call with Lily, and Christine's like, thanks. It was some music art to hang in our office. And she goes, but where's the other package? And I go, there isn't another package. Bullshit. It says it was delivered. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, well, while you were out on the porch looking for it, it updated, and it went from package was delivered to package is out for delivery. So last night, somewhere around 8:15, 8:30 at night, the dude threw some stuff on the porch. Christine went out and got it, and I'm watching her read both of them, and I'm like, well, there's only supposed to be one thing for her, but she's looking at it, and all of a sudden she rips it open, and this drops out, and she goes, what the fuck is that? And I go, give me the package. And I'm like, I thought it said something like the Irish or Irishman or something like that. It was completely smudged, and she opened it. What I can tell you is there's evidently three different sizes. I see a number 4, 14.5, and then it says 15 below that, so I don't know if that's the count. I'm guessing it's the count. 15 of a 14.5 and 15 of number 4 19s, and then 10 of 3.4 19s. All I know is these are like the smallest, and then it's got this, what from your perspective kind of looks like a toenail clipper, but it's a solid piece of steel with 2 holes in there, and you're supposed to slide the pins over this and then hammer this guy, and it mashes it, and then you clip it off with it shows went and looked up to figure out how this shit even works, and then it's got a dimple on this end, and it after you've cut it off with a pair of end cutters, you mash over whatever's left to keep it closed, and then it's got 2 different size of leather punches. So I may use this to give that a try. I know I'm not going to use this to try to fix Mr. Holster's thing. That needs to actually be, which I'm guessing is those Chicago screws, because it also varies the pressure on how much it hangs onto a magazine. So this is just a brass rivet thing, and the only downside is in the experimentation stage. If something is wrong, I would have to drill them out and start over. But the plan was to do something like, end of the loop needs to be right about a hair over the top of the blade, or maybe even more. So that would end up looking something like that. And as I said, I'm in the process of trying to recreate my favorite fixed blade along with the best holder system, and that is exactly that, seatbelt material. The only thing about this is I actually could take this guy off of here and go use it over on the other one. I need to recreate a piece of, I need to recreate that scenario, because the seatbelt material, or in this case it's just nylon, is not as wide as the two mounting locations. And obviously I couldn't move the rivets in more, because then I'd never get the knife out of the sheath. So I have to make something out of Kydex to mount to this. I said mount. And then cut it off square and then rivet the seatbelt material so that I could then use my my badass Holtzman fixed blade. I tried putting that thing on here that a bunch of you guys recommended. I know Jay really likes it. Now I don't even know where it went. Oh, here it is. And this just wasn't gonna get the job done. I did have it on here. I even tried wearing it a day, but it rides too high. It jabs me in my side. Exactly what I was saying what I didn't like, and what I really like about this guy. Now if I can figure out some way to adapt that system over so that I could carry this, which looks so much like the grips on the Smith & Wesson 1911 Tom, chambered in 45 ACP. My performance center has almost the exact grips as that, so it's like a date made in firearm heaven. So I thought I would try. I took apart an older Kydex holster. This was a holster that back when I was sent it to review, I refused to do a video on it and asked the guy if he wanted me to send it back to him or put it down the road, and he said, do whatever the fuck you want with it. So I took some straps off of it and used it on another fixed blade a while back, and popped the rivets out of it today, and I noticed that conveniently these middle sets of holes line up with this, so I have to cut it and somehow turn this into basically a piece that looks a little bit like that. I'll probably end up having to heat it back up, and actually I might be able to just it stays out of the, see, it's actually supposed to be like that. It'll stay out of the way of the strap, and about right here maybe turn it and angle it back up and somehow try to salvage an existing chunk that I had. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm just trying to finagle a way to be able to use and carry a couple knives that I really like, that I don't like the sheaths and don't like the way they ride. Okay, first Dennis Smile Money saying first. Then Poco says, knit it. Then Multi-Gunman says, what is happening in here? And more importantly, why is it happening? And Cheapo Gun Guy says, are you sure you really want to know? That's the way horror movies start off, And Mr. 27 says brew babes and beers, and oh, don't forget basement pops. See, both of you missed an opportunity to say whiskey and 357 Magnums, because I have 2 357 Magnums out. Then we have, actually I guess I should, I'll say, you know, there's shit missing. I have to move a few things here. I have to put them in order, and then I completely forgot all about, well, technically, it's probably best I... Dirty Harry called. He said he wants his shit back. Well, he can't have it. So, 357 Magnum, 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, 44 Magnum, 10 millimeter, 454 badass Casull action, and then 245 long Colts. I'll drink for that. Oh, yeah. Cold-hearted bastard is 2 thumbs up and 2 pirates flags. Smile Money says, you cannot remember what happened yesterday, but remember a brewery review from like 11 years ago. Damn right. Well, first of all, those heavily German influence, especially the 1542 or whatever the fucking Purity Act was. Yeah, what was it? Ingredients? I can't remember. But I remember how it tastes. It tastes like Smile Money. They all taste somewhat the same. They have some people say bubble gum, some people say banana. I think it's banana bubble gum. I don't know about you, but if that's what I would have been up against, I would have been happily arrested. Cheap old gun guy says, yep, old age is setting in. And Cobra says, well, to be fair, the captain's brain is floating in 9.8 ABV. Cold-hearted bastard says 406. Yes, please. Personal favorite. Let's find out what he was so yippy over. Oh yeah. Okay. I can't let go because whenever I do, it just gets really big, if you know what I mean. But he's all for the redhead with big spongy boobies, and I'm okay with, see, no, she is better than, Smile Money, the German, here we go, the German purity law, also known as the Reinheitsgebot, has been in place since 1516, and it's the oldest food and drink regulation in the world. The law states that beer can only be made with 3 ingredients: barley, hops, and water. So I wonder if it really is. Poco. It is a Strike Industries, it has a Strike Industries logo printed on it. I might have stenciled that on. But yeah, in case you're wondering, Poco, that was the deal. For some reason, I don't know if they didn't make the little flipper on the safety fat enough or what the deal was, but the triggers, people were like going, oh my God, you can't use the Strike Industries trigger. They are they are unsafe. It could just like go off on its own. And I'm like, somehow. Yeah, I can't even remember where both of them were, but I'm guessing I still have one in there then, because I cannot account for it in a firearm at this moment in time. Salty? No, I'm your naked. And Mr. 27 says to him, you are? Rich Huff says, cheers all, cheers Rich. Then Spy Money says the root was 6 inches in diameter, and next to the foundation, it was, she was concerned it was still growing. I used a reciprocating saw and a sledge and a wood chisel. Of course, it didn't help that it was against the foundation, that's for sure. Yeah, when we were doing our little project, running the wire from the house to the garage, part of my sidewalk. Well, some may say part of the sidewalk sank, and some may say part of the sidewalk got heaved. Well, as it turns out, it was heaved. It was heaved by at least 3 or 4, and 2 of them were very big pieces of the root from Mike's tree. And well, no matter how you look at it, being that we were running electrical 12 inches underground, and these were basically right at the sod level, they had to go. So, if something bad happens to Mike's, tree, I blame that. I mean, who wouldn't, really? Salty, I started driving when I was 13 years old. It was a stick shift 1975 Vet. Chevette, that is. Cheap old gun guy said, I started to drive when I was in a diaper. I sat on my daddy's lap. He started and stopped, and I peed on him. So don't piss me off. I'm old and incontinent. Yes. And more yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 13. The multi-gun man. The Model 13, which is one of few that had the recessed cylinder. After a while, they realized they could save themselves a whole bunch of work by not recessing the cylinder. And of course, old school. Old school for multiple reasons. Most important one is it's firing pin on the hammer, no transfer bar, and no Hillary Clinton hole. And another one with a gutter sight. Finally, I agree that you need to get back to work. It's adding to your stress level. Yeah. You think? I mean, so they had to blur out her vag? Okay. And then a little something I like to call my crash test dummy. See how many times I can drop something on the nice grips that Paul Hasman 440 gave me. That I believe was a magazine out of one of the Smith & Wesson 10 millimeters. But this is set up so that if you want to bitch slap somebody before you shoot them, you can. And again, another one, proper, and no cuntin' hole. Cool-hearted bastard, Condor makes some pretty good knives. I think so. I can't wait to see the Condor bushcraft blade or whatever the hell it is. Now this is where we step up our game just a little bit. The old I don't remember what mod this is. The ninth line in it, the 29-9, chambered not in 9, and this too, proper, and it does not have the cuntin' hole. Unfortunately, Christine's. Unfortunately, we get to mine, and that is not the case. Not only do I not have it over here, but I also have the vag hole. Just another example of why the Clintons need to be put to sleep. And I, all of a sudden, have a suggestion. Wouldn't it be nice if you could definitively know, like right now, yes or no, have Bill and Hillary Clinton, have they been responsible for the murders of human beings? I believe that's an overwhelming yes. There is just too many weird shit in their past. The question is how many? How many? I mean, what are they at right now? They personally know 3 people that have died in the airplane crashes? What are the fucking odds of that? Even Kevin Bacon can't say that. And he's, you know, the 6 separations of Kevin Bacon. Yeah, they're just evil, nasty people. I wish Barack and Michael Obama Bill and Hillary and the entire Biden administration would be taking a nice airline trip, and maybe they just forget to put all the bolts in that hold the engines onto the wings or something. Keep wondering when karma is ever gonna catch up with these evil fucking people. Cold-hearted bastard, robbed of the outro, girl. Robbed of the outro. Okay, I'll put it straight back. Bad? Greetings, Captain. I like the Brew Girl ratings. I'm pretty sure those could be modified, but I'm okay. She's a solid 9. I mean, she looks like she takes care of herself and gets plenty of sunlight. Better face, bigger boobs. No visible art. Bad says, how about a Joe Biden? Joe Biden! Joe Biden! And Cheapo Gun Guy says, how about 2? Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Bad said, Trump had a lot of bad advisors, just waiting to see him fail. His whole cabinet was anti-American left-wing activists, just hiding in the closet. No, I agree. No, I agree. I do wonder if maybe that whole thing about let's take the guns away and then we'll worry about his rights. I wonder if that was really the first thing out of his mouth, or if that's what he was advised. There's a lot of bad advice, and again, I like I said yesterday, if it was a comment that was made, then that's fine. But if you implemented what I want, there would probably be, like I said, you only have to adios so many people in a room, or the rest of them just kind of fall in the line. And I really don't think I'm asking for much, and that's why I've refused to ever back down on this. I will always stand with our founding fathers and for the Constitution of the United States of America. End of story. Our founding fathers were quite clear. So every single time these libtard pieces of shit try to say, like especially Obama, the biggest piece of shit ever, if you give him any credit at all, you have to give him credit for the fact that he basically said in a nutshell, yes, I am going to destroy the United States of America. I am going to prove everybody right when they said our enemies will never get rid of us. But I will hold my beer and watch me destroy us from within. I mean, for what he did against this nation, first of all, if these libtard pieces of shit are trying to prosecute Trump for things that he did, then Obama, you need to put your fucking head right there in the guillotine along with everybody else, because you are responsible for just as many crimes. Oh God, I wish I had the power to wish somebody to have never ever had anything to do with our country. I mean, first of all, there seems to be overwhelming proof that he should have never been president in the first place. But it was all a matter of fraud, and who knows how far it really goes back. And then it's like, I'm already being asked. It's like, oh, it looks like Trump is done in. I'm like, what are you talking about? With what went down in Georgia, it looks like we don't have to worry about any prosecution happening until after the election. Well, good luck trying to prosecute a landslide winning president. The only way, with everything I have seen and heard, when you have major unions saying, fuck you, Biden, when you have big unions saying that, I'm sorry, he doesn't stand a chance. Unless you want to put in fraud again. Which, there's even more stuff surfacing. A bunch of shit in, was it Wisconsin or Michigan, came to light the other day. And, yep, just more proof of all of the people, won't mention any names, who were right. I don't remember what the number was on this, but they did not make very many of these, especially for, this was a Lipsy? I don't even know. I care less. I could care less about the whole thing, because I just wanted to shoot it. You know, it'd be really nice if fucking some of these manufacturers wouldn't put the entire safety manual on the gun. All right, Cobra. Mm-hmm. So 10 millimeter Blackhawk. Somewhere I do have the other cylinder for this, which is chambered in 3840. Well, that's how I describe that round. Then, first gen Smith & Wesson model 610, also proper, without the cunt hole. Rich Huff says, outro robbery. Cheap old gun guy says, indeed. Bad. In a job interview, when they ask where you see yourself in 5 years, laid up at home with a work-related injury is not the right answer. Okay. I'll write that down. Din says, what about hanging in the woods with the Bear Bros drinking some beers? Oh, Din, being that I keep forgetting, yeah, I saw your thing about the weather being nice this weekend. Yeah, that may be the case, but Saturday is Christine's birthday, and Sunday is Mother's Day, and we're taking Mumsy out to the Chinese restaurant. So, yeah, this weekend would be a negative. Which seems how it's, well, I guess it is Wednesday. That bike has a nice ass. Cheap old gun guy, forget yesterday. It was already forgotten you. Don't sweat tomorrow. You haven't even met. Instead, open your eyes to truly precious gift today. What makes it truly precious is... Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Cobra then says to him, amen, but what I think that he really meant was... Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Cobra says, you must have a 30-gallon bin full of factory triggers. I think at a certain point in time I may not even... See, yeah, no. See, the Serpico trigger, you can buy a Serpico trigger with the trigger bar, but your best price on a Serpico trigger is just the trigger, which means you have to punch the pins on the existing one, which destroys it. So for every gun that I have that has a Serpico trigger on it, there is a busted up piece of plastic that went into the garbage. McLean, 1944. What's going on down there? She's hot. Yeah. I don't know it. It looks like the Southern Pass is wide open. McLean, Eric, are you a good wrestler? I guess it depends. Try sticking your finger in my butthole. What? What does that look for? McLean, don't say gluten-free around Wade. He gets crazy. McLean, Eric, can you sharpen a chainsaw? Well, I don't know about sharpening this chainsaw, but I can sharpen a chainsaw blade. He's like, ass. Yeah, I think the file is out with the chainsaw. Saw. You have to know how, if you own a chainsaw, you have to know how to do that. I mean, otherwise it'd be pointless. See what I did right there, McLean? Are you supposed to have a snit with a margarita? Asking for a friend. Wade, my 14-year-old mentality is grateful that you moved the Chim Chom Lucky Cat. It looked like it was giving Marvin the Martian a handle. Or is that supposed to be a handy? I love all the 60s model cars and trucks with the big block V8s and 4-barrel carbs. These were real machines. Hell yeah. Hell, my bike has a 4-barrel carburetor. Jolson says F6. Okay, Jolson, F6 is a miss. Now let's see if you heard the part where I said don't waste your time asking me about F7. Because it's already been called. It was a miss. Mr. 27 says 39th. Then he says Happy Brew Babes Jugs Day. And then he says Cowbell Now. Why do you have to be like this? Tiny nipples in the mesh make me feel yes. What? Tom says, will Miles ever make a guest appearance? Yeah, we've been in negotiations. There'll probably be a brew review from his garage. Jay from Elite Ammunition. The boys started out really strong, but got so weak second season I have never bothered to. So if there is a third season, writing got boring, soap opera, troop-filled BS. That's kind of, I saw a few episodes in season 2 and I was like going, God, this blows. Speaking of blowing. Jay, I understand being car conflicted. The only thing that would get me to give up my Mustang is a 1965 GTO in Irish Mist. I have had judges. The 1 year only color is more rare. I mean, I'm not really, well, any older. I mean, I like the way there's some I've seen some badass looking Galaxy, like a Galaxy 500 that was retro modded. There's the Bobcat, the Cougar. But for me, my one and only real have to have from Ford is a 1967 GT500, Shelby GT500. I mean, I guess I'm willing to compromise and say I would take a GT350, but why? Oh, smart money. So you know lots of people that might not be miserable if they drank. I think you are closer to more people. You are closer to more people who realize alcohol was a problem and worked hard to eliminate it from their lives. I don't know, it's about a 50-50 right now. Smart money. Co-op Matt will have you eating only soy products in no time. Not if you send Christine over there, because she won't buy anything that's soy. And 48 minutes ago, plus, so more like an hour and a half ago, was J-Dog saying here at home. And ba-deep, 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 that's all, folks. Except for going to the club. Where'd I leave off? Left off over here with two birdies. This one, which is Christine's. This one's like I've said before, either this one has been really, really loved, or someone shot the hell out of it. I wonder how old this one is. Didn't even notice this until now. Look at the craftsmanship on this one, which is obviously newer. Just look at where the gutter aligns with the cut in the back. And then compare it with this one. Like, where were we supposed to line that shit up with it? It's like, square with the gutter and the back slot where the hammer falls, and just wherever the fuck we... And then there's just this. And somehow, I don't know why, Mikey, these Punishers that are in here right now, the hard cast, these are buffalo boar. Yeah, I don't give a shit what anyone says. When someone comes to me and says, I'd rather have the Ruger Super Red Hawk 454 Casull, first of all, it holds one more shot. As far as I'm concerned, that's the only thing it has going for it. I absolutely love the way the Raging Bull looks. And I am perplexed as to why this gun is still in one piece. It just goes to show the I guess the build quality of this particular thing. The revolver. The only thing I don't like at all is I don't like the grips. And these Pacmar grips are the best of what I have had on here. I couldn't stand the stock grips. They look stupid and didn't feel much better. I absolutely wish I could afford to pick up a set of wood grips that I have seen, but it's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pay $300 for a set of grips. Also a transfer bar, but at least it doesn't have the cunt hole. But Mikey has been dying. He goes, we gotta get to the shack and you gotta bring the 44s and the Casull. And I keep forgetting that I can indeed have Christine shoot this. I guess we can go to the club before we take a look at the 45s. Where do I start? I guess I'll start with what I personally think is the sexiest of anything in the house right now, chambered in 45 ACP. And this is the, well, it was a Miami Vice gun, but this particular one has been completely reworked by Jay at Elite Ammunition. It is custom grips, row-bar coating, custom sights, and he even had all of the 3 magazines row-bar coated, and then he did the custom, is it Bisley? Barrel bushing in it, which is this is the same setup that my Performance Center, Tom, my Performance Center 1911 utilizes. They can be kind of a bitch to put back together because that brass insert is like rotate. It has the ability to rotate and follow the barrel like as it tilts. And sometimes getting it back together, I've fought it a little bit. But once you're in, you are talking about a competition level lockup on that. And this Jay did not do a trigger job on this, but the one thing that has been continuously questioned on this is the trigger on it. It's just the damnedest thing. I guess if I ever get my hands on another one of these, I'm assuming that this is what it's supposed to be like, but I don't have another, all my 10 millimeters all look just like this, but they don't do this. It's almost like the Walther. When you're in single action mode, it goes up to that spot, clicks and stops, and now there's still more movement there, and then the reset on this is just nuts. It's just like, but haven't been able to get an answer. Is this like normal or what? But both me and Nihap got to shoot this for the first time after Jay coming back from Jay, and it definitely performed with accuracy, and it's just such a beautiful looking gun. Single stack, 8+1, so also still unfired is just the TSOS version of the GI. Have not had this out yet to the proving grounds. Probably should, along with that 9mm, to see if that thing is running right or not. And then of course, Tom, if you are out there, YouTube friend from way back. This one goes all the way. This one goes all the way back to even before that. This is this Kimber I purchased for myself as a gift for turning out as a journeyman pipe fitter. And recently all of the springs all got replaced. The gun was rebuilt, and I don't know why, because if it happens at all, and and the last time it still happened a couple of times on like 10 mags, on at least 10 mags. I think it happened twice. A failure to load the last round. And I don't know how that could be, because it's I've had a lot of different mags to try in this. I mean, I got like eight mags with Mr. Holster's Sea Carry, and it doesn't seem like it matters. It's just, which is one of the reasons that I rebuilt it, is because it was doing that. At least I think it was. I don't know. I'd have to bring this thing out more. This doesn't get brought out much. Last time I had this out was out at the range with the Taurus 1911, and I outshot this. I couldn't get as strong of a grouping with this as I could with the Taurus. And believe it or not, this thing is over 20 years. I've had this for more than 20 years, and the sights are still glowing, not as strong as they used to. I recently, went back to the stock grips on it. So when I have this and the 10 millimeter Raptor out side by side, they both look awesome. And then last but last, Mr. 27 says, Brewbommy Club time, do it with a side of cowbell. Now do it, Mr. Brewbommy. Smile on, he says, cheers. And Jolson says, the 200 Sunny Slopes Club needs more cowbell. It doesn't need a goddamn thing, Jolson. Because of a Bond movie, I absolutely... What was it? The World Is Not Enough? I don't even remember which one. He actually had a 40 cal Walther. This is a Smith & Wesson SW99 slash still from Walther. Absolutely. This would be one of the guns in the collection that I absolutely had to have because it was a movie gun. It's a gun I like to still grab and have it be the walking around gun. I might even take it up with me when I go upstairs. Of course, it's in range configuration as opposed to, yeah, but who cares? This was just a gun that I had to have because it was a movie gun, and I can't shoot this thing worth a shit, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of this trigger. Same scenario, except for I know for a fact that this one is called the high stress trigger. First of all, it's nice because the trigger guard. The trigger guard is big to accommodate if you're wearing gloves, you know, if you're an operator. But it has what they call the high stress trigger, so I still feel weird doing that if there was a live round in it, because it's just like, this will be the one time. This will be the one time that it won't, the stress will all be on me. Yes, so it's, what? And then, from there, and another big plus for this is, if, say, at this point in time, you did have a light primer strike, you can continuously hit that bitch till it goes off. Or you clear and start over. But this whole thing, and it has with everything to bitch about this trigger, it has a almost non-existent reset. And the other thing that's nice about this is if you do, you want to carry it with a live round in it, it lets you know that from the back that you're hot, but you can now decock the gun and you are just a full-on long pull. I don't know. Even when I was doing the Mantis Laser Academy, it was like, I just was like all over the place with this thing. I don't know. There's a side of me that just wants to bring it with every time I go out and bring a bunch of 45 and just get good with it. It would be something that I would carry. Maybe not as much as I would have in the past. I'm sorry, every other gun in the collection, along with Tom, wait for it, 1911s, is you got your shit handed to you by the HK. Yeah, I know, it's only a 9mm. But there's, between capacity and accuracy and the way it feels in my hand, anybody that's been my friend for a long time knows that I have literally carried over 75% of everything in the collection at one point in time has been in a holster, and it has been carried because I just wanted to find the gun that I like, and the gun that I like is an HK. That's why when I decided to go optics, I couldn't get rid of the other one. The other one is just one of the most viciously accurate pistols that, I don't know, but Sharky likes it so much he had considered having me pick him up one so that he'd have his own here when he comes to visit. I wish, Sharky, I wish you were visiting enough that was a true reality. I mean, even fucking Joey lives right here in the United States, and he has a gun here, so he has one to carry and shoot while he's here. And other than the day that he brought it here and with him, nope. Yeah. In the last 6 years, Joey, I've shot your gun a lot more than I think you even did that the last time you had it in your hands. And not to rub it in or anything, but look, it's something else Sharky didn't shoot. That is too bad, because the whole goal on this gun is to try to melt the barrel. Yes, I think I am going to load up some hollow points into this and put it on duty upstairs. I do think this is a sexy gun, and like I said, had to have it because of a movie. A Bond film. The only thing I wish that it was night sights. Haven't been able to find out for sure, but I think it takes the same sights as the rest of the Walthers. But yeah, it'd be the only thing I would smile money would be to put actual night sights on this. Of course, this one is adjustable for windage, so maybe leave well enough alone. I don't know. I need to shoot it. I need to actually get good with it. So, okay, we have covered all of the firearms out. Revolver Wednesday, margarita and revolvers. All body. Let us check the trap. After all that extra time, no extra victims in the trap. Okay. Probably, yeah. See you tomorrow. And, yeah. Tomorrow might actually finally get around to doing a Does It mix. So, either way, cheers. And thanks for hanging out with me.